This is another episode of Live from Ox City. This weekend, I went to the Ram game. No, it was a Raider game.
Oh, that's right. How'd that go?
Definitely a Raider game.
They won, right? The Raiders won?
Yeah, I think 17-16. But it was like, I'm going to be modest and say 60-40 Raider fans, like to a Ram fan ratio.
Okay.
But it's in my head, it seems more like 70-30, which was cool and not surprising because I've heard that about the Rams stadium that, like, whoever they're playing, their team, their fans usually make up, I don't know, half of the stadium.
Right.
But and then of course the Raider fans travel really well, and then it's LA, so of course, a lot of Raider fans in LA. But it was cool. Got to check out the stadium, which was cool. It wasn't. It didn't look like a giant Roomba, which it was okay. It just wasn't like visually wowing, I guess. Like, we got there. I went with Zach. We got there and we both like kind of looked at it like, yeah, okay. But the parking. Do you want to guess how much the parking costs?
Let's see. Sunday. No, it was Saturday. Saturday, LA.
Evening.
I'll go 40.
40.
30, 40 around there.
75.
Yo.
You want to know how much it was to park in the tailgate, like designated parking lot? Because there are only certain, I don't know how many there were, but there's only a certain section of parking lots that were designated for tailgating. Guess how much that cost?
100?
Nope. Keep guessing.
Okay.
We're doing this.
All right. 101.
The lowest that I saw was $233.
Wait, what do you mean the lowest that you saw?
Because
there was different zones?
Because you get on the, you go on SeatGeek or whatever to get
got it.
parking pass tickets. And so you can get them for different, sections.
Oh, gotcha.
So all of those sections were like $230 and more. To get
$230 and front row seats to a scuffle that will happen nearby or with you.
At least. Yeah, you could be involved in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't do that. So we just got the regular parking.
Okay, were you ready to tailgate though? Like, don't you have to
that was the
bring
plan.
something?
Like we brought the cooler, we brought a tri-tip, like.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, you were ready. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So like, wait, what'd you end up doing? Oh man. Did you bring it to someone else's thing?
No.
And you're like, here.
No.
Can you cook this for me?
Can you put this on the grill for a while? No. Damn. Could you imagine just show up and you're like a stranger and you just have a slab of meat and you're like, hey, would you mind if you just cook this for me for 40 minutes?
No foil, just in your hand. Like Fred Flintstone.
we decided to, since we had to park in a regular parking lot and there was like security around or whatever, they're like helping people park, so we decided that we couldn't tailgate there. So we went into the stadium and got food in there. Well, first of all, I got a michelada. That's the first thing I got when I got in there,
Mm.
because I had to stand there and wait because Zach had to go back to the car because he brought some shit that you can't bring in or whatever. Brought like a lighter. Like, you can't bring that. Get rid of it. Like, okay, I'll run it back to the car. So half an hour later or whatever, it's not that. I'm like standing there by the gate because I had the tickets, and so I sent it to him
Yeah.
in I messaged it like just as a screenshot because I couldn't send it to him.
Oh,
I
you
couldn't
can't
like
scan the
send it.
screenshot.
And so so I'm standing there because I know that they're gonna like hold him up. I know he's not gonna get in. And so I'm standing there drinking my michelada that costs like, I don't know, $22.
Jeez.
And then I'm standing there waiting for, and then I see him and he's stuck. And they're like, nope, you can't get in. Nope. And then, oh, there he is. Cool. I spotted him. I heard the no, please get out of line. And I was like, okay, there he is.
Oh, that's the person I'm with. Yeah, okay.
And so I go up and like show him the tickets. Now we're good.
It's this
And we go
guy with
in.
this tri-tip in his hand. So he gets into the thing. He gets in the
But
second quarter.
we hadn't eaten. No, we got in there early, or like pretty early, because like I was trying to
Yeah,
see him warm up, and like,
right.
and so we get in there and we're gonna eat, just get something to eat in there, and all of the restaurants or all of the places to get food, they're all the same food. Like, they're all the same. There's really no variety. Like, all they had was it was a chicken tinga burrito, bean and rice burrito, or a hot dog. And then they had two options for beer. They had Pacifico and like a Blue Moon mango wheat something.
Everywhere?
Yeah, they just had like a bunch of this same food place like around the stadium.
Okay.
And that was, I
Okay.
mean, well, we found out that that was on that level. Like,
Oh.
or you get down to the lower levels, then they have better stuff. So we got our seats, and our seats were up in the 500 section, but it was a cool view. Like, it was um like, it was kind of like corner of the end zone, and then uh in that stadium there's two, like on each end there's kind of an open area where everybody walks in, and then surrounding the stadium it's outdoor. um so it has like there's like a nice breeze coming through, and then the sunset, you can see it, like it's open and everything. So that's cool. Like, it looks cool. um but we eventually decided that we were gonna try to make our way down to the lower seats and see if we could sneak in there. Well, that was mostly Zach, and then I tagged along for it. But so we started making our way down the stadium, like sneaking by people, waiting till security guards like turn to look at something, and then dipping past them. We were in line. We were in line to go down to one level, and we're standing there in line, and then a few people ahead of us, the person is standing there like checking tickets for the seats.
Mhm.
We're standing there, and I'm thinking, like, what's our plan? Like, we got no. Are we just gonna show him our tickets and hope he doesn't pay attention? And then Zach just like turns to the person behind us and goes, "Hey, like, can you just show him your thing, and then we'll come in with you?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." So he does, and then we're in the lowest level. Like, we're at the very lowest level. I was like 30 feet away from Derek Carr and then the rest of the Raiders. And So we hung out there for a while. A couple people came down and they were like, "You're in our seats. You got to move."
So did you move like next to them, or did you just
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
And then I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not doing this. We got to go." I'm not going to be sitting here and then people will come and they're like, "You're in our seat," and
Yo,
then move
do
two
you
over.
remember? Do you remember when me and you went to the Warriors versus the Clippers game, and that one guy, there was some guy, he sat in our seats, and then we were like, "Hey, like this is like this is definitely us on this ticket." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, my bad." And then he just sits in the seats in front, and then the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing happened.
He kept
This
doing it,
dude and
and then he just
this dude
walked
ended.
off. I remember. I
I
think he was with a daughter or something,
little
right? Like
kid,
he was.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But he literally the whole game went from seat to seat to seat.
yeah.
I was
I
like,
wasn't trying to
dang.
be that,
Oh,
like
okay.
it was cool to like get down there and check it out, but I'm not staying. I'm not gonna be moving around from seat to seat. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's too much. That's
Uh,
funny. So how was the game?
it was good. It was not many starters played, so it was a lot of reserves and like rookies and for both teams. So a lot of guys who weren't really big names, uh, but a lot of the Raiders rookies played, and a few of them like played pretty well, had good games. Um, so I got to see a lot of the younger guys play, guys who will probably come off the bench in the season, but still play a role. So that was cool to get to check them out, and then it ended up being a good game. It was close, like it was. There were some big plays. There was a couple interceptions, a couple big hits. So it was cool.
But were there any fights though?
No, not that we saw.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
which is surprising because, of course, I told you that I was, you know, before we were gonna go, I was just thinking, like, please don't wear your jersey. Please don't wear that. Don't wear this. Don't wear the a different team's jersey to the game that's not even there. Don't do that.
Yeah, and it seems like I've been seeing a lot of fights recently pop off
Yeah, but it
in
probably
his
happens all the
preseason
time.
game.
I'm sure it happens all the time.
No, for sure. I'm just you been. I guess people are just ready for it
Yeah, I
with
guess
their
people are just
camera
waiting on it.
phones and stuff.
Yeah, but I was
Okay.
hoping that Zach wouldn't wear his Steelers jersey, and of course he did. And
No,
of course he did. What do you mean?
no, he didn't.
Yes, he
He
did. Of
did
course he
not.
did. Of course he did. Why? Why? I don't know why I was
Nah.
thinking like, oh, maybe not, but then I should have just thought like, which one?
Wow. Because you get two basically two responses, I guess, to the jersey that is not of the teams that are playing. You get
Yeah,
one, okay, bless his heart. He knows he's at a football game and he's wearing a
yeah,
football jersey.
yeah.
And then two is like, bro, this isn't any of these teams here. Like you're gonna catch you're gonna catch some stray ones with this. Like, why are you wearing this? So damn, that's a
but
bold move.
and especially going to a Raider game. It's
I'm
not like
j-
it was like in Oakland, like, but it's just like, but I think it does make a difference though of what team it is. It's the Steelers, so I think there's kind of like some respect there of like I'm not
I
gonna, like
guess.
people aren't really gonna like shit on that.
Yeah, it's not like the Browns or something.
Well, I saw one guy wearing a Chargers jersey. and I was just like,
You're just like,
"What are you
oh, it's a
doing?"
Rams jersey.
Well,
they,
but it's not a. But I mean, it was. They're kind of different. I guess they're similar. But
I'm saying they have a bunch of different, like there's like all these variants of Rams and Chargers jerseys that I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. Some of them I'm like, is that a Rams jersey? Or is that a Chargers jersey?
they're pretty similar.
Yeah, especially when they don't have those when when they wear the colors the same.
Oh,
Wow, I
the
did not
color
know that.
rush or whatever.
Yeah, whatever they are that have
Yeah.
the dark blue or man, that's crazy. He did it. He wore the man. You were probably like,
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I expected. I kind of thought for a second, like maybe not.
And what were you wearing a jersey too?
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing a Raider
You were in a
jersey
Raider jersey.
because they were
Hilarious.
playing.
Hilarious.
But whatever. I mean,
Hey, that's dedication. I mean, you can't fault him for
I mean,
dedication.
shit. We were watching the Steelers preseason game as we were like on his phone as we were waiting to go into the game.
Hilarious.
But
Now
I
there
mean,
was fights at that game. Some lady slapped the guy. Did you
oh
see
yeah,
that?
I saw that one. I saw that. Well, yeah. And then he knocked her husband out.
Yeah.
She got some of it too. I
She
did see.
got some of it. From what I saw, she was like in his face and she put her hand in his face or on him or
Yeah, she
something.
kind of
He's like,
came
"Don't
at
touch
him.
me."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
and then he pushed her hand away and then her husband like was like, you know, "Don't touch
yeah. And
her."
then he,
And then he caught one.
yeah. Oh, he caught more than one,
Yeah.
and then he went to sleep.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, shit. If you go out with her and she's, you know,
She can't handle her alcohol. It is what it is.
and then you're gonna, you know,
Better get on these boxing lessons. Shoot.
wait, but we we weren't gonna give up on the tri-tip. So, um, in the third quarter, we went back out to the car, and the parking lot had filled up. Everybody kind of moved away, so there was really nobody there. All the cars were there, but there wasn't any like security hovering around. So
Okay.
we opened up the barbecue and started to light it on fire.
Did you just have the tri-tip? Like, what else did you have? What else did you guys
Uh,
bring?
corn and asparagus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forks, spoons, knives.
Um, I mean, a knife to cut the meat up,
Okay.
but I mean,
And he's
asparagus is hand food. Corn's hand food.
okay. Tri-tip and food.
I mean, not
Eh,
first choice,
For
but
that
yeah,
situation, it is. Yeah.
yeah, for that situation, so it's fine.
Right.
But what wasn't fine is that it I don't know, it took 15 minutes or whatever for the coals to get hot on the thing.
Yeah. That's
So we're standing there spraying it with lighter fluid over and over and over, and the flame is just like bursting up in the air every minute or two. Uh, but finally, we got it started, uh, and cooked up the tri-tip, and cooked it pretty well. Actually, Zach did a very good job. He's got the
okay.
whole setup. He's got his truck is like configured for street camping and you know impromptu tri-tip cooking.
All right. Cool. That sounds like a good little tailgate
It was good.
tailgate football game party
It
thing.
was good. Yeah, it was good. Got to have our tailgate. We didn't have to pay $230.
So at the third quarter, so you guys watched the first half.
Yeah.
Okay. And then by the time you guys ate, was everyone coming outside? Like how did that line up?
Yes.
Or were you guys out of there by
No.
time?
It was just finishing up basically as all of the other cars were driving away. So then we had security rolling up saying like, hey guys, you got to leave now. But it was after like the grill was gone. There's um we were like sitting there and we were hanging out, but the grill was put away. So
Mm-hmm.
like we weren't doing that, but they were just like, oh, you got to leave. But we were, still eating our food. But other than that, it was fine. We made it. We made it to the finish line.
Okay, okay.
And some girls came rolling up asking about snacks, and then we just didn't give them any. And they left.
What did you say when they could see the snacks?
I said, that's the chef over there.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then I threw it at Zach. And then I don't know
Okay.
what he said, but we didn't give him food, and then they just slowly like drove away.
Man,
Yeah, it was a good time. Very
well,
good
then
time.
that's a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time. I hope
Okay.
everybody's experience can be like that. Because the stadium itself, like the food and the beer, like if you're gonna do that, it's not very good. Zach didn't even get any chicken in his chicken tinga burrito, and had to go back and tell him that he had no chicken, and then they gave him another shitty burrito. They had two choices for beer. It was either Pacifico or that stupid mango thing. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like most places will have a whole beer spot.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised that I feel like there got to be more than two.
Yeah,
There's
maybe.
got
I guess we're on
somewhere.
those other levels. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Well,
cool. You should. I definitely recommend going to a Raider game. Not SoFi. SoFi was whatever, but the Raider experience of it was cool. This is from the Oxnard Pack Instagram. Anderson Pack was the recipient of this year's Oxnard Trophy from Oxnard Chamber of Commerce for his service on the OPAC honorary board, for helping to keep Oxnard Pack open during budget cuts, for the amazing carnival and concert he put on for our community in 2018, and for naming an album after our city. OPAC was honored to accept this trophy and all his certificates on his behalf. So they gave the trophy and then accepted the trophy on his behalf. Congrats, AP Anderson Pack, and thank you for all that you do for your hometown. Looking forward to collabs soon.
yeah. Sorry. Oh, is that it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Nah, that's a beautiful thing. It's just, I feel like he does not get.
We were searching this earlier. We were trying to like investigate, and I'm seeing that he liked it.
Yeah.
He didn't share it, but he liked it.
He did
He's
his
not
part.
pictured here.
Next. First of all, the name of the trophy is called Oxnard Trophy.
Yeah. And the only winners on it are 2020 Pacifica High School CIF state champions and then 2021 Anderson Pack. So it seems to be a pretty new trophy.
And what they said that because he named his album
I think
after
so. I feel like he
that was in
donated maybe
2000.
to
That was
it.
like 4 years ago.
I think he might have donated.
Donated
Or
what?
or but he's on the board, I think, or something like
Yeah, he did
he's
something like
involved in it
saved
somehow.
saved the Performing Arts Center or something like that.
I know that they were losing a bunch of money, like, or they're having to do a bunch of budget cuts. So
Yeah.
maybe he donated money so that it could stay open, which is what it seems like they're saying. So then he gets the Oxnard Trophy.
Oxnard Trophy. And man.
I think
Hey.
there's only one Oxnard Trophy, and I don't know where it lives.
Oh, it's like a Stanley Cup.
I think so. Yeah, well, I don't think Anderson Paak is gonna like spend a day with it and get to like hang out with it.
But he doesn't keep it like wherever, like for the
I
whole
don't think
year.
so. I don't think so.
There's no defending champion or anything like that.
Defending, yeah, of who's donated the most money
Well,
or
the
won
football
the
team
most
didn't.
football games. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I just felt like, I don't know, Oxnard Trophy.
It's also a little weird for them to like give out the trophy and then accept it on his behalf. Just like take a picture with it.
Yeah, they couldn't send it to him.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I
He's
don't think
probably
that
like,
they.
nah, I don't want y'all to know where I live.
Yeah, I'll give you a PO box.
Nah, just do whatever you're gonna do. I'll like it.
Yeah. Really? You will? Okay.
Nah, we're joking, but it's super cool that he's got his name and he's tied to the city still or whatever, and he's got the Silk Sonic stuff going on, which is
Yeah.
super. What do you think they're doing with that? Are they like releasing one song every couple months or something,
I don't know if they actually have
like an
a
album?
full album done. They
Okay.
might just be kind of, making songs as they go and not really like, you know, we're going to do a full album or just kind of just taking
Nah,
their
I
time
think
with
they
it maybe. I don't know.
definitely announced. They definitely announced that they're gonna do an album.
Oh, okay.
But maybe they were just like, all right, the first song's been getting. I think it won a Grammy, right?
Did it
Yeah, it
really?
won a. I think so. I think
Damn.
the first one won a Grammy. So they're probably just like, yeah, let's ride the wave off this one, then
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean,
Um,
smart. I can only imagine what the rest of their stuff is going to be.
yeah, yeah, because they both songs have a video. Maybe they're just.
Both songs, I've only heard the one.
Oh yeah, he came out. They came out with a second one.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, like a month ago or whatever, they came out with um a second song. But yeah, shout out to Anderson Paak. Shout out to the Oxnard Trophy.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
One day, what? uh,
Maybe one day they'll take a picture
oh,
with each other.
we'll like the shit out of that post. For sure.
Now we'll be there. We'll be there in all the pictures.
Give
How
me
many
my
you have?
Oxnard Trophy.
I'm not busy. I could be there. What time? Uh this Eternals.
Oh, you saw it. You saw
Yeah, watch the trailer.
the trailer.
Yeah.
What you
I've never. I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I just saw the trailer.
It looks pretty cool.
It's,
I'm wondering if they're like, are they gonna keep doing the other, like all these other like the Avengers stuff, or are they just kind of like moving away from it and they're gonna do Eternals and like X-Men and just kind of like be done with Avengers?
I let me see. I think that yeah, that's a good question because I feel like they could go either way with it because the only reason I think that they'll continue Avengers is because they have still popular people in it.
Right.
Like they have Thor who's still going on. They have
Yeah.
the it- you know who's going to destroy who the next maybe 10 years if they decide if he's going to be the number one superhero,
Marvel
Spider-Man.
superhero.
Spider-Man is about to have a run like no one else. If they
I-
play it right. If
If
they
they
play it
play it
right.
right,
Yeah.
they're sticking with the same guy who is
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
I,
he's
and
young. That's one
yeah,
thing that Marvel or any of these things have ever had. A
yeah, that's
young
true.
dude who's like I really don't know how old he is, but he
He's
looks
like
young as
Harry
hell.
Potter. Yeah,
Harry Pothead. Nah, yeah, he's super young, and like that's something that they have. Like if they did want, they could be like, all right, 10, 20 years, whatever. Like, and so like, um, yeah.
he's
So and then they
25
also,
years old.
yeah, for sure. That's like for acting, that's
Yeah, but I thought he was
super
like,
young.
I mean, he looks
18,
super young.
17.
He's playing
Yeah,
like 17, 18.
right. But
But so like
shoot,
if
he
he
could,
was that age, you would really see, you know, like he's going from still not even fully grown as a person if he was
right,
that age.
right.
Like that same like Harry Potter thing where he's like a kid and then you see him as an adult. But this time he's an adult the entire time, but he will change with age. But that's if he does a good job and they keep him,
Yeah,
or they keep making the movies.
I think I think it's he's gonna be by far the most popular like superhero character. Like if they play it right,
Yeah, if they do.
he's got like a bunch of movies already under his belt. Okay, what how
Yeah.
many Spider-Mans have there been? 2 or 3?
I think there've been 3, but maybe he was only in 2 because one of those ones was the Spider-Verse thing and it was like the cartoon.
Why would you
But
even
no, because it
That
was in
doesn't have
theaters and
anything.
no, it was part of that same universe. Because there's like
For real?
Spider-Man, there's a bunch of different Spider-Mans. And so there's like that's kind of part of that's part of that thing. Like I think
So
in one of these upcoming Spider-Man movies, they're having all 3 of the last
that's
ones
what I
in
was
it.
just about to say. So that's kind of the thing. Spoiler alert. I just finished Loki, and that kind of um that taps into the like multi-dimension thing.
Yeah.
And so what I think is going to happen is they're going to if they want to blow it out, if they want to hit it out the park, like they want a grand slam out the park, they'll bring in the two dudes who played Spider-Man before and do like a dimension like a multi-dimension thing with them two and him and like do it like that. You know what
So
I
you
mean?
were thinking that they should do that or
Yeah.
that they are doing that.
No, I don't know. Shoot, I have no clue what they're gonna do. But
They are doing that. I think. I'm pretty sure that
how
they
do you
are.
know? How? How do you know?
Because I think the movie is coming out. Like,
It's coming out, but you don't know what the who's in it
well, Toby
or who's.
Maguire.
Oh, you know, so you know that he's gonna be in it. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
thought
Toby
there was
Maguire,
rumors.
uh
And the other dude, yeah, the other Spider Man.
Andrew Garfield is his name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, like, I could see that happening. And then he kinda suns them both if he's the star of the movie, you know what I mean? And then that just catapults him into being, like, the top guy. Then he
Yeah.
it's like Michael Jordan beating the Pistons, you know what I mean? It's like, "Alright, I beat you guys were you won the championship for 2 years and whatnot, and, like,
Yeah, but
now we
has
beat
this
you
guy's
in."
movies even been that successful?
I mean,
Like the
all
other
of them
Spider-Man
have.
movies?
All of them have,
Yeah, that's
hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like they've all been successful.
No,
It's not like
all of
he's
no, 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 no.
oh, this guy.
Yeah, yeah, this British dude or whatever he is.
Is he British, really?
I don't know. He has an accent, I know that.
God damn, that throws me off so much when somebody's like in a movie or in a show or something. They're
Yeah,
British
and
for like 10 years on the show, and then I see them talking in an interview and they're like, from the South or something.
they have usually the people from across the pond they have really good English accents. Like like a lot of times
American
they
accents.
American, sorry, accents, and they can do they and then you'll be like, "Oh shoot, that's how he really talks?"
Yeah.
Like with who's the guy who played Wolverine?
Hugh
What's his name?
Jackman.
Like him.
Yeah.
Like I was like, "What? That's how he talks?"
Yeah. Well, I think Thor is Australian too.
Well,
What's
yeah,
his face? Chris Hemsworth?
and then the other dude, the dude who plays Doctor Strange, him too.
I don't think he's Australian.
He's not Australian, but he has an accent from somewhere.
Oh yeah, his American accent in Doctor Strange I thought was not very good because he still sounded kind of British. He just sounded like an uppity shithead American.
Yeah, I mean that's what they were going for.
Yeah, oh, okay, I guess they got it. It's just hard. His name is Benedict Cumberbatch. There's nothing
That's a
more British
sucked.
than that.
That name is nuts. I'm not gonna lie. That name is just nuts. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, you got Guardians of the Galaxy. They're also there. They're somewhere in the galaxy.
yeah.
And then you
Did
got
you
all
watch
these other
Suicide Squad?
movies.
The new one that came out?
Nah, nah.
You're not going to.
I might if it's
Yeah,
on one of these days. I might.
right.
Um, yeah, but I wanted Eternals. Like, I don't know nothing about that story or like like
Yeah,
I never was into like that much comic books. I was more
yeah.
so like, okay, this is this person, this is that person. Um, and I got more into it when the Marvel movies came out. Um, but that movie looks pretty cool.
It does.
Um,
Well, that one looks cool, and what is it Shang Chi? I think.
the other dude.
Yeah, the
That's
one
supposed
that's
to
about
be
to come
coming
out.
out. Yeah. Yeah, that one looks
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I'm like, I was kind of hoping for them to fail, but
I bet
these
you
just
were.
they look cool. So
I thought it was cool that Salma Hayek is in it and she plays like a big role, Mexican lady, you know. I'm
yeah,
trying to think. Oh, they had the other Mexican person was the dude in what's his name? In in Ant-Man.
no, the same guy.
What? No, I'm saying the
eh,
other Mexican dude like in the universe. Marvel universe, that's what you call it?
Yeah, so it's the same character.
No, I'm saying he's the other Mexican dude that's like in the Marvel universe. Like I can't think of any other like big Mexican film stars besides Selma Hayek in there besides Michael Pena who's in
Who
Ant-Man.
that's who that is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he leans into the like, "Hey, what's up, fool?" Like he's like
They
super
always they always he
and
always
so
does.
it's kind of like, all right, you
But
got to have
that's
a
what they, like,
Mexican
hire
friend.
him for,
I
like,
know. I know.
God.
And so he's like, "Man, you're really testing my range." um but shoot, he was even in that, he was pretty comedic, you know? Even me
He's
knowing like
funny.
even me
He's
knowing
funny.
like, "Oh my god, you guys are really trying to get, you know, like the the Latin X vote." You know what I mean? Like trying to lean into that. But even
Yeah.
knowing that they were pandering, like I guess you could say, he was hilarious in that role.
He always is funny. He's been funny in every movie, but he plays the
He's
same
not
guy in
fun.
every movie.
I mean, he no, he doesn't. He's been in like Crash and uh, what's the other movies that he's been in? He's been in some. He has some really serious roles. You
Um,
may not. You may not. Like he was in what's that one? The cop
he's
one.
not in Friday, is he? Next Friday?
Yeah,
Is that
nah,
him?
that's not him. Chico or whatever. Or
Yeah.
No,
No,
God.
Chico's a dog.
Chico's a dog, but whatever. I forget the dude's name. No, he's not. Hey, Wolves. No, he's not him. No, this is the dude that was in like Chips. He was in First
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
He was in
First Watch. Yeah, that
I
was the
thought he
one
was
with
in
Jake Gyllenhaal, right? They played
yeah, he
two
was in
shithead cops.
yeah,
They're like
exactly.
asshole fucking cops, and then
Super
they
crazy.
die.
I kind of hated that movie.
Yeah, and then they're
I
just
was
like,
like, why is it?
sad. Like those guys were dickheads.
Yeah, but this dude's like an actual good like serious actor. He was also in Fury. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
But yeah, he
yeah.
was in a bunch of movies. Anyways,
But even him
Selma.
and Fury, they made him say dumb shit. Like
Yeah, true. Yeah.
they're all like fighting the Germans, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Yeah, for
why do you
sure,
make
for
him
sure.
do that?
Yeah, for sure. What's it called? But Selma Hayek, it seems like she's the main person. She was the first
She's like
in
the
the
leader.
trailer. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know what it is,
I mean
but
Angelina Jolie is in there too. I'm sure she
right.
probably
I
has a
was
big
about to
role, but
say they didn't really show her that much.
yeah, they didn't. She seemed like she's like I don't know. She shows up later or something.
It
Like
seems
I don't
like
know if
she
she
might.
is one of the Eternals or maybe she's a villain. I don't know.
Yeah, and it may be a thing where she's like a surprise or something. You know how
Yeah,
they try
that's what
to
it
keep
kind of
the
looked
element
like.
of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I'm I'm interested. I want to check it out.
yeah,
Um,
we'll see.
can I show you this game?
Okay, sure. Right now?
Yeah,
Okay. What game?
I've been the gym match game.
Okay. What do you got?
Okay, so I've been going to the gym. Uh, saw Tadell there. He ignored me. Um, and I've been seeing all kinds of different people that you usually like your typical gym people, like people that you see do you know gym things. The same characters, like the guy who drops the weight super hard, and the guy who yells stuff. Um, so I was kind of noticing some more of those gym people. Um, and so I kind of like came up with a couple names for them, and I was going to describe them to you.
Okay.
But I thought I could do it like a kind of a special way, and I was going to have you like you
Oh
you
man.
choose the one that you want me to give you the definition to, and
Okay.
then I'll give you the definition. So I'm going to send you all the names,
Oh man.
and then I also, of course, had to get special music for it because I wanted to turn it into a game.
Okay.
So yeah, but don't say these yet.
So you okay? So you can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
What when you were at the gym, you came up with a game, or
no,
okay,
no. It was later that I was
okay.
uh, thinking about it.
Hmm. And so you,
Yeah, so I
all
turned
right,
it into a thing.
you turn it into a game.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this music, and then I want you to tell me which one that you want me to describe.
Like what?
All right, that's it.
That's the game
No, so which one do you want to hear first?
uh, of the ones that you sent me.
Yeah,
Okay. Do I tell them to you, or I read them to you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Usually at CrossFit.
Uh, this person performs all exercises at blinding speed with terrible form. Are you familiar
Okay.
with that person? Have you seen that
Yeah,
person?
yeah, that's the person who like they have they're at the like the cable machines and they're like doing weird stuff and people are like recording it.
From afar? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw this lady this morning that she was doing like the pull down, like the pull down kind of back machine.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing it with like such violence.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like the wavy tube man on top of the used car
Oh
lot, the
yeah,
way that
yeah,
she
yeah.
was like flailing her body.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think
yeah.
the people around are jerks for just looking and not saying anything?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I saw another guy the other day who was doing something. He had like the barbell on the ground, and he probably had, I don't know, maybe 200 pounds on it. Good amount. And he was bending at the waist and leaning over and grabbing it, and then totally using all of his back to stand straight up.
Mm.
And I think there's an exercise that kind of is that if you do that the correct way. But this guy, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the correct way. And judging by his age and his uh, physique, I'm pretty sure that he was lost. Like he didn't know what he was doing. And it looked like he was just trying to snap his spine in half.
Dang.
So yeah. All right. What else? What else do you want to? Where else do you want to go?
The Wanderer.
The Wanderer is there for the social experience first. They're there, like sometimes even like hands behind their back, walking around. Walking around, talking to people. Trying to make friends. Like maybe not even sitting down on a machine, but just kind of floating. Um, I saw a guy do that pretty recently. He came over and bothered a couple of people who were working out. It was really strange. It was because I go before work, and so it's a little after 5 in the morning. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and it was an old guy, an old white guy who was maybe, I don't know, 75, and then two um, early to mid 40s Latinx gentlemen with lots of tattoos and Cowboys gear. and they were over there like doing their workout. They're doing their workout, together, and then this old man just comes wandering up, and he's like talking to him during their workout. And I can't tell if they know the guy or if he's just some guy who just floats around and like tries to speak to people. But they talked to him for a little bit, and then he walked away. But I never saw him pick any. I never saw him do an exercise. But yeah, that's the Wanderer.
Shout out to the Wanderer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've definitely seen those people at gyms walking around, not really getting into their work. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that like they definitely hold like long forum discussions and conversations with people for sure. Yeah.
right. Not with me. I do my best to put on a face like
Struggle
unless
face.
unless you're hurting or unless you have a medical emergency, do not fucking talk to me.
What is, yeah, okay. All right.
Okay. What else?
Front desk stalker.
I'm glad that you chose that.
Well, it was just the next one. So,
So, the front desk stalker is constantly lurking around the front desk, which is the perfect place to find a defenseless employee.
defenseless.
Because like they're stuck there and they have to like just greet people. People are
Yeah.
checking in. They have to just sit there. They can't really go anywhere. Like they have to like
You have to
man the
answer the
front or
phone.
whatever. Yeah. And so like weirdos will feed off of that, and then I just see them like I'll come into the gym, they're there, and then when I walk back out, they're there,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're just
yeah,
and I can tell that the girl at the front is like yeah, no thank you. Uh, the
yeah.
other the other option I had for this one was a guy who's constantly lurking around the front desk, unaware that his target isn't interested in his bleached tips or his bleached asshole.
Whoa. Damn. It's graphic. Yeah, avoid those people for sure.
All right, and then we have two more. There's the all-day squatter, who is 47 reps, or no, 47 sets, 2 reps, 128-minute squat rack session.
Okay. They just stay at the squat rack. I got
Yeah,
you.
like
Um,
my entire workout, they're at the squat rack section, or they're on the same squat rack.
you think so? All right. Do you think that that is more common than the all day bencher?
I think so. Like right now, at this moment in time, I feel like it is because
Really?
the bench, I see there's not really anybody on the bench. It's all
Okay.
about squatting.
Really?
Yeah, from what I've
Oh,
seen, yeah.
interesting. Okay. I,
The
I
squat
always
racks
thought.
are more active than the benches that I see.
Okay. Interesting. That might vary
Uh,
from
it
gym to
might,
gym.
yeah, it might. The last one that I got here is the exercise acrobat, and that it could be innovative or it could be Cirque du Soleil.
I'm sorry.
So, could be Cirque du Soleil.
What's that?
The Las Vegas like stunt show where they're like
Oh.
hanging on a bunch of wires upside down.
Okay, so you're talking about the people who like they they get up. What's it called? They do the Jada Kiss like where they do the Jim Jones get up and do the back instead of doing the back pull or the pull ups. they do it where they balance themselves up and they do all that? Or what are you
Um,
talking about?
I'm talking about more like
Bar
less
work?
impressive. No, less impressive than that. Like people who are probably using a machine incorrectly,
Okay.
but they're like using it in a way that you've never seen before. Like maybe you saw a YouTube video of somebody that was like, "This is a great way to hit this muscle," and then
Oh,
they're
are
next
you
thing you
talking
know,
about
they're dangling from the cable pulley machine.
are you talking about the female um private parts workout where they're like using where they're doing that thing and it's like, whoa, I didn't know that was for that. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I saw a lady recently that was just like, I don't know, the way that she was stepping on top of this, she was like climbing on this machine and doing the exercise from a weird angle that you're not supposed to do it from. But you could tell that it was like, nah, this is a good way to do it. I know how to do it.
Mm,
And then um yeah, it's people trying to like show that they're innovative or they're coming up with some cool way
they're
to
they're not a
exercise.
novice at
Right.
working out. They're advanced
Right.
beyond
Did
belief.
I did I tell you that when I worked at the gym on the base that there was a guy in there that they had to I can't remember if they asked him like they took away his membership or not, but he would just stand there and stare at women as they did that machine, the private parts machine.
Like right in front. Binoculars and all.
He would just stand there like, I mean, 15 feet away and just stare at them. And then somebody had to talk to him and just be like, dude, you can't do that. He was an older guy. I don't know, maybe he was like mid 60s, early 70s, but
That's crazy. Hey,
he would just stand
no
there and
shame at all.
stare.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. You ever around people who who they just who they're like with a they might be man, I got a friend who is I've been around him and his girl and he is the worst. He's one of the worst at like disguising the peep.
Oh wow.
taking taking a look. It's like
Wow.
it's bad. It's it's
Yeah, it
bad. It's
sounds bad.
super obvious. It's like,
And
yo,
like
you're not
you
even gonna
see it.
yeah. Like you're not gonna disguise at all. You're not gonna man, the timing is just terrible. So so at the gym, there's a lot of those going around.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
just see a lot of dudes like there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of dudes at the club like just staring
But
at the
yeah, but just imagine like, everybody's kind of like they're sitting at their machine or whatever and they're doing their reps and like, they might look over
yeah,
real
take a
quick
look, take a
or
little peek.
whatever. This guy, he was just standing right in her own like right in
Yeah,
her
yeah.
line of sight
No, I got
staring.
you. I I got the I get the picture. That's just that's next level. That's next level. Don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's when you definitely gotta like, all right, let's we might have to notify some of the people at this on the loudspeaker
Yeah.
or something.
I'm Can you imagine having to have that conversation with the person like
What do you get
this is
banned? He
socially
got banned.
unacceptable. Yeah, and I think they took away his membership, like,
Yeah, yeah,
because
you can't.
they just couldn't have that. You can't have that in there.
Facts. You can't have that. It's
Yeah.
definitely uncomfortable.
Well, that's my game.
Okay.
It's a match game. So if you ever make up any games, like you ever come up with a game or something, then we'll run that music for it.
Okay. You hold me down? Okay. Okay.
How do you feel about robots?
They're scary as hell right now. Not gonna lie. They So we had the Tesla. Well, okay, is it? Yeah, Tesla, right? Tesla robot. Tesla announced that they're coming out with robots or something.
Mhm.
They, yeah, that they're working on a robot, right?
Yep.
And
With the same technology from the car, I think it is. It's like the same
oh
AI that's in the cars, they're using to make a robot.
man, so that's why Will Smith did that post.
Wait, who did that? He's the one who posted it?
I think it was. I'm not sure.
Oh, because they kind of move like that. They kind of move iRobot.
Well,
It kind of has
that's
that look,
scary.
right?
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what Elon Musk said about those robots? He said that we're making them small so that just in case AI turns on you, then they can't physically dominate you.
Hey,
And
you
then and
gotta.
then they said we're making them slow so that if AI freaks out, then you can run away from them.
Who though? Like who can run away? Like how slow? How like from the average human? Like who?
I don't know. Or I
But
mean, what if they start working out? Like, what if they start going to the gym? What if they start
yeah, what if they get
getting
faster
their
and
game
stuff?
up?
Yeah, there's a lot,
Yeah.
man. That's. But that, yeah, that one was. It said something like, "Oh, they'll do the tasks that like you don't want to do or something like that."
Yeah.
They came out with like a little write up, not write up, but like a little bulletin points that
Of stuff that
they're
they'll do.
working on. Yeah. Would you get a robot?
I, oh man, I
I'm
don't
not.
think
I
so.
can't. I mean, at this point, I'm not. But it may be like an iPhone in 10 years.
Yeah, it might. And until everybody else has them, I'm not doing it. You know,
Just like the
until I need to
vaccine.
have one to until I need to have one to defend myself from other people with
Yeah. What
a
if that's
robot.
what I'm saying? What if it's something where it's like you basically can't operate? It's like an iPhone, like you know.
Damn.
And then Samsung comes out with their own robot.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
have theirs, and then
it's
Apple has
like
theirs.
Johnny Five. You're like, this one's whack.
And then if you need to buy a new foot for your robot, then there's
Yeah,
only like a
it's
proprietary foot, and it costs
yeah. You
twenty
have to go
five
to
thousand dollars.
The Tesla store.
Yeah, that's only in the mall.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dang, that'd be crazy. How
Hey,
crazy would that be if robots are the new, basically like not iPhone specifically, but like the new thing that everyone has to get. You know what I mean?
I mean, you never know.
Robots. Did you get
The
you got the
way
new Tesla 1, Tesla 2, Tesla 3, you know what I mean?
the way that robot was moving around in that video,
Oh,
the
that other video?
the other one, the MIT
Yo.
thing or whatever.
That, did you see that? So he was doing like backflip. Not back. Was he doing
Oh,
back?
he's doing backflips. It was like
I can't do a backflip.
no, this thing was like
90% of
they were
humans
not.
can't do a backflip. That robot's
Yes,
fucking everyone up.
yeah, that robot that they showed there, that robot, that's killing people easy.
50
If it,
50% of humans can't do that obstacle course that he was doing.
oh yeah, yeah, he was
That
like
build.
running on slanted, like
Wood and
he's
shit.
like He's gonna be like running on mountain faces, like cliff faces and stuff, just running sideways. And we're supposed to compete with these fucking things.
Yo, it's getting crazy out here. What, man? At least you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about like really fucking a robot up though, like because it's not a human. You know
Oh,
what I
you
mean?
mean like dropping somebody's phone?
No, no, because that I'm saying like if they get out of hand and it's like oh like this robot's out of hand, you got to fight him. Like you don't feel bad.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I don't think that's not gonna be a good outcome for you if you have to fight that thing.
Nah, we still got the element of surprise, or not surprise, but like yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be scary, man.
Yeah, if you what was let me find out let me see what that link was to. Um, I was on Twitter. It was on Twitter. It was the Boston Dynamics. Yeah, Boston Dynamics, and they showed this video of this robot. Man, if you have a chance, check it out. If you're listening, god damn, this thing is scary. And it's just hopping along like
Yeah, I saw.
I
I
have
was
no
like, oh,
feelings.
cool.
I could kill you. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, when the beginning of it, it's like okay, oh, cool. He can like hop around and stuff. Like he can do human like stuff, and then and then like as you go on in the video, he's like balancing on balance beams and stuff, and then you go
Yeah,
more, and he's like doing backflips and front flips. It's like, oh, okay.
yeah. It escalates for sure. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
not.
you could easily put different music to that and make it like have one version that's all like, you know, all happy go lucky of him like doing all this stuff, or I mean say him of it doing all this stuff, and then have a different version where it's like progressively scarier as the
I mean, how hard is
video
it
goes on.
to how hard if you could do that, how hard is it to put a gun in its hand and program it to like shoot and kill people?
Yeah,
I'm
so then
saying.
it's running, it's like leaping off of walls and spinning in the
Yeah.
air
Yeah.
and backflipping and shooting people with perfect accuracy.
Perfect.
Like,
Yo, I see someone said, okay, but can it do the crate challenge?
I don't know.
Man,
I
if
don't
it
know if
could
anybody can. I haven't seen anybody do it successfully yet.
I'm saying if it did that, it's a wrap for humanity.
Oh, if it's doing the crate
If
challenge?
it does that and it's just like all fast and he's like doing backflips on each crate and stuff, like
Yeah, to get all
it's
the way up to
over.
the top.
Yeah, it's a wrap
Yeah.
for humanity.
Yeah.
Skynet has arrived.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're like five, like realistically, like 5 years away from like 5, 10 years, like max from like mass production. Like buy your robot for like five
Yeah.
stacks, 5, 10 stacks.
You think 5 years? That's I think that's pretty close. But
Did you see that thing?
pretty soon. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but when can I afford that thing?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they just got a
You know?
I said 5 years earliest, 10 max. In that within that
Right.
time frame,
Yeah, give me
it's
10
gonna be a
years.
Tesla bot store or whatever type
Very
store, and
possible.
people are like, "Oh, buy your thing, buy your like how every movie starts, buy your
Yeah.
da da da." Like
But if we're talking about it being accessible, I mean, not everybody's buying Teslas right now, like Teslas are still,
I'm saying, there's a lot of people with. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's gonna be the start of it. Not everyone had an iPhone in the beginning when it sold,
yeah. Yeah.
and then gradually, I could definitely see
Yeah.
that.
Well, and especially once these robots start killing people who don't have robots,
You gotta
sales
get
go
it.
way up.
Man, yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
What would your combat be? What would you do like to protect yourself? from your robot.
From my robot?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really just like going back to Congo and trying to like
Amy?
yeah, like understand that whole dynamic and like try to emulate that, because she was like, because she came through in the end when she defended them. I understand that she's not
What
a
are you
robot,
talking
but
about? That was not a robot. That was not at all a robot. Wrong movie.
I know, but I'm saying if you can get the robot to love you more than the other robots,
Oh,
then when you
but
take
then,
it home to the robot, the robots are us, and then it'll protect you. You know what I mean?
uh, I don't think
How do
that
we
they,
not have that as a drop on here, as a soundbite on here?
Amy.
Did I put that in yet? Did I not put that in?
I don't know. I don't think it made the
Okay.
cut. I doubt it
Okay.
made the
Well,
cut.
well it's gonna make the cut. We'll get there. We'll have that for you next week.
We should get the. You need the drop of you saying it. Me, Amy.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I'm excited, but I am kind of scared too.
Yeah. I yeah, from those things it was pretty trippy, I guess you could say, cuz you can't it's closer than we think.
Yeah. It is definitely right around the corner. Um, what this the oh, okay, so Pacquiao is fighting or just fought? Or he just fought, right?
Yeah, Pacquiao just fought. He fought this past weekend. He was supposed to fight Errol Spence. Um but Errol Spence backed out because he had a retina like he had like something happened with his eye. He probably got punched in the face in sparring.
Oh,
and
how
and
old
so
is he?
Pacquiao or Spence?
Spence.
Errol Spence, I think he's like 30, 31. Um he's
Why is Pacquiao fighting 31 year
so he
olds?
well he's been man he his last fight he did really well um against a 30 something year old. um yeah he
A
did.
man?
Yeah, against Keith Thurman, I want to say. He and who was like, at that time undefeated, really really good champion, and he beat him. So, everyone was, like, okay, he's ready for another fight, like good fight, champion.
Right.
And so boom, it was Errol Spence who was picked to win, but then he had to drop out. So um Ugas, who's a Cuban boxer, he came in. He was already going to fight on the undercard. He was a WBA champion, um, and so he fought him. He's a good fighter too. Um, Cuban boxers, if you know about Cuban boxers, they're all like super technical. They call it Cuban school of come from the Cuban school of boxing, and he ended up upsetting Pacquiao, won the fight, and
By decision, right?
by decision. He just had he, he was just too he was just better. He was just a better fighter that night, and Pacquiao couldn't really get on the inside and do his like combos and his normal style. And also it what deterred him from getting on the inside was that jab, and also Ugas kept tagging him every single time he would try to come in. So Pacquiao was kind of like, all right, let me chill. And so
Right.
it what the styles make fights, and that it did not work against Ugas style. So he won, and I feel like it might be his last fight. He said that in a post fight, he said he was like 60-40, like he might retire.
60-40,
Retire, I guess.
60 retire.
Yeah, I think so. Because a lot of people were asking him if he's going to run for president too. So that might be something where he
Uh,
wouldn't be able to fight
I think it's important to specify if you're talking about the
the
United
United
States.
States. For sure, the Philippines, and I guess he didn't want to reveal it. He was like, "Yeah, in the coming weeks or whatever, he's gonna say if he's gonna announce if he's gonna run or not or whatever." So a lot of people think
That's
he's
so
going to.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's so great. He's like he's. I don't know the dynamics of that, the politics or whatever, but I feel
Neither.
like it's probably if he announces that he's gonna run, then he is the president. Like
Mm,
that
I,
he's winning.
just through boxing, just through like the boxing side where people like where you catch the bites about him and politics or whatever, not everyone's on his side. Like he's not like a clear
Right.
cut like um
Didn't he get in
beloved
a
by
little bit of
everyone.
hot water? Uh,
Back in the day,
he's kind
a
of
couple years
gotten
ago or something.
yeah, he's gotten in a little bit of
Yeah,
trouble.
he said that thing about like gay people.
Yeah, he said they like eat each other or something weird.
Oh, I
Didn't he?
didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part.
I
I thought
probably kind of I
you made
might
that
have
up.
changed that a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
he
he
got
said
his
something kind of weird.
he said something like it's like they like because he's like super religious now, and
Yeah.
he was like, oh, it's like I'm assuming it was like the stance where you can't he like oh it's
Uh,
not how it's intended to be and stuff like that.
um.
And then Nike took their sponsorship away from him, I think.
Yeah. It's I'm paraphrasing, I guess, but provokes storm by calling gay people worse than animals.
Oh wow, he said that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what this article says. I don't know exactly what he said, but
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a while ago. No, that was like before he fought Floyd even. Um,
uh I did find exactly what he said. If you do want to hear that,
sure.
okay. He says it's common sense. Do you see animals mating with the same sex? Animals are better because they can distinguish male from female. If men mate with men and women mate with women, they're worse than animals.
Okay.
That
I
got him in a
didn't.
little bit of hot
I
water.
never caught the quote, but okay. Yeah, nah. And then I remember like a lot of people were like, "No, Pacquiao," and then they're like, "Yeah, Pacquiao." So,
Yeah.
um,
And then some time went by and they were like, yeah, Pacquiao.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: he's one of the greatest of all time. Started at 118 pounds, went all the way to 154, and he was a champion in I think 4 different decades. And
Wow.
four
Four
is
different
that right?
decades.
Hold on.
What, he was a champ
90?
in the 70s?
No, no, no. Four different. No, he was so 2020, 2010s, 2000s, and 1990s. Is that decades? What are those?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, so then yeah, so 4 different decades, I guess. And then but the one thing I will say about Pacquiao is he after every fight, every time he lost, he always had an excuse, and that's one
Oh,
thing I didn't kind of respect
yeah.
about Pacquiao.
Like what kind of excuses?
What was funny is I was waiting for it on this one, and he got a chance to start it, but they didn't even give him a chance to really go in on the excuse. Because he said, "Yeah, my legs." He's like, he said something like about I was tired, my legs. I was tired, so I couldn't really like move around. And then like she was like, "Oh yeah, I can imagine because you're 42 years old." She like threw a jab, and then
Damn.
and then and then like she just kind of moved on to the next thing. So she didn't really. She kind of cut him off and didn't give him a chance to really go in on his excuse.
Damn, maybe she was expecting it.
I made that. That's a good point. But yeah, other than that, Pacquiao is one of the greats, and so that might be the last time we see him in a
I think I
boxing
saw a
ring.
picture of him after this fight,
He
and
was
his
tagged
face
up.
is all,
Yeah,
yeah, he's pretty beat up.
yeah. I was hoping that they. I was hoping they didn't. They didn't like give no corrupt decision or anything, but they got it right. Um. So yeah. So it should
You mean
be.
like for Pacquiao?
Yeah, like for the win,
Yeah.
which he didn't. Um. It was. It was like he did a good job though. Like it wasn't blowout or anything. You know what I mean? So good fight. I'd like to if he does come back, I'd like to see him fight McGregor. I think that'd be a perfect fight. Um, both coming off losses, both got a name, both could get a bag. And
Similar weight class too, right?
yeah, similar weight class. Nothing crazy for each one. I mean, Pacquiao still has power, but he's 40. He's 43. He's 42 right now. So he's up there. And what's the name? McGregor's coming off his injury, so I think that'd be a dope matchup.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what McGregor's talking about doing, but
Yeah,
I know. I'm pretty sure Jake Paul is. No, he. I thought he was calling him next, but he was calling out Nate Diaz recently, which I've said before. I don't
yeah.
think he wants that. But
No, another guy he called out was Gervante Tank Davis, which is obviously Floyd's fighter. They call him Tank because he's like a tank. But you saw when he this weekend he got in a little plane scuffle crash thing because the
a
plane
plane
looked
scuffle. Yeah, a plane crash. Yeah.
well, the plane looked fine. It looked like the plane didn't even go up.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, maybe
Just-
so. Maybe it went off the runway.
like some people were like, "Oh, it was a plane crash," but I don't know.
That's what I
It,
heard that
it
it was.
looked it looked like it was on the runway. It looked like it never even went up. Like it wasn't even a landing. It didn't look like I mean, there was no footage or anything of the
Yeah.
flight, but from what I saw, it looked like they didn't. And I think that he said, I'm not sure. Um, it looked like it didn't even go up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I wonder why his ass was burning so bad.
Yeah, so man, I'm glad. Oh, it would have been very, very bad if it was something
Bad.
different because he's one of my favorite boxers. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was
He
definitely a
definitely
couple.
seemed kind of. He seemed was in shock, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Oh
after
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I would
shit,
be
man.
too.
What didn't? I mean, remember when the Jazz they had that like crazy in flight thing and they had to land, and then Donovan Mitchell was like, "Fuck that! I'm not taking any more planes."
Yeah,
I don't know if he did that for the rest of the season, but he
no,
didn't do
I
that.
doubt
Like
that.
everybody else got on the plane and went to the game, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, he seems kind of weird. Just throwing that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, but he I wonder what happened, like what he does now. Take it like a tranquilizer to the neck or something.
he's he's gotta he's gotta be over it by now.
Shoot.
But
I
I don't
don't.
know if I would. I mean, like, God, you're like on the flight, and then it's gets to the point where like we are gonna crash. There's the beeping it's just like the alarm blasting over and over again. They drop the masks and all that stuff. Like it's like prepare to die.
Yeah.
And he's like,
You think
uh,
that's
I
what
think
they're
it said
saying?
on. I think it said that they were
Prepare.
calling their families. That
Yeah. I mean,
they were
yeah,
like,
that
hey, I might die right now.
dang, that's scary, man. That nah. See.
and then they landed it, and they're like, all right, we got a game tomorrow. Let's go. Get it back on the other
All
plane.
right, be at shoot around at 8 a.m.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I could just do that.
Did you ever, or when we in high school or in college, when you had games, um, was there ever any like situations that you when you were like in a way, okay, because home games, they were like kind of more routine, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You go maybe take your nap, you eat your little meal, you got your spot that you might go to before the game, um and then you get at the gym at a certain time, you whatever, like your little routine, and you have your own locker, stuff like that. But then, like, away games, whether in high school or college, was there anything that like threw you off? As far as like
Other than the shitty rapping in the car, the
the freestyling.
yeah, the
Yeah,
the stop and go freestyles on the way.
the freestyle. Oh man,
Um, yeah, no, not really. I mean,
because like
I
with
just
me,
remember hating waiting. You know,
okay,
like you get there and you're just waiting in the bleachers or whatever. You're just
right.
sitting there waiting for your game or whatever it is.
In in college, did you guys go to like far away games? Like where you had to spend the night or stay at a hotel and stuff like that, or no?
We got a couple.
And what so like I remember for me, um like I had to be at the the gym early because I couldn't, like, all that stuff would distract me if I didn't. Like if I was late to the gym and it's like a new environment, like you kind of have to like get used to it.
Yeah,
And and so like the earlier we would get to the actual gym or wherever it was, a tournament or whatever it was, the better for me. I just
right.
that was like the main thing, cuz like I had to get familiar with like the environment, where I'm at, how does the floor, like um
Yeah,
what's the lighting in the gym for shooter? Like what's
yeah.
the yeah. So
It's tough when you can't get out there until right before the game, like your
right.
first warm up right before the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like I would try and get like a basketball and try and get like something like at least dribble it on the court to see like how what's the handle going to be like, like just some type of
Yeah.
familiarity with it. And yeah, I
What's
remember
the
that.
what are the rims like?
What
If
are
the
the rims
ball
like? Yeah.
if you shoot it short, is it gonna launch it all the way across to the other basket? Or if you shoot it short, is it just gonna like die on the rim and like kind of fall
Yeah.
in? Like
Yeah.
you gotta know the differences.
Yeah. Can you slap backward? Can you even reach back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it I had a friend tell
Yeah.
me that he played in a men's league and he had like the circle backboard, like the like
And he was like,
oval backboard.
no.
It was like an oval backboard, yeah. And
Yeah.
you know, is it a carpet floor?
Yeah, they took
Made
that
up.
away from them though. They took the back backboard slap away if they did like the oval, probably, right?
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, so Yeah, I was just wondering. I was thinking about that the other. Also, music. Like, what kind of music are you listening to
Well, I
for
mean,
for basketball
you
pregame?
remember what I was trying to do. Like, you remember I was trying to be totally weird, of course, you know.
Well, I remember you had some like were you the one who made those like the pregame
Yeah.
yeah. It wasn't that crazy. You had like what? You had like
It,
MOP and stuff.
yeah, no, that
Mash
wasn't
out
crazy.
posse.
Like those were actually pretty good. Like I think because that was kind of like that was what everybody was kind of cool with, I think.
Yeah.
Uh it was the weight room mixes that were weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
had some died in your arms tonight and stuff like that. That was for sure your favorite song in high school.
I don't know. Oh, absolutely. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Like to play stupid music like that. I mean, it's not as I guess stupid. Just it's just weird. You know, like it's weird for a high school kid to be playing Cutting Crew. You know,
Mm. Yeah.
but I don't know. It's funny to me. There's just like a humor to it that was just so funny. I couldn't
Well, you just
give
didn't
it up.
take yourself too serious when it was like for sure like in the weight room where it was like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is a man's world." Like this is where the
I,
football team lifts weights and stuff
yeah,
like that. It's
I
like,
think it was also funny because I lifted more than everybody on. I mean, it was me and you basically like lifted more than everybody else.
I mean, I didn't.
You no,
I mean,
are you kidding? Like,
I could lift some weights. I wasn't like people that were 6'5" and 6'6" and stuff like that, like lifting more than them.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. But I was
I
getting
just
them.
took it serious, I guess.
I was bigger. Like I had a growth spurt or whatever. So like, and so I was lifting just as much, if not more, than anybody.
Mm,
And so
yeah.
to me, it was funny that that's what I played. I don't know. That's
What would
like that. It
you?
was girls just want to have fun. It was I just died in your arms tonight. What else we have? We had the Jim Dandy song. The
I don't know what that is. What's that? Jim
it's just
Dandy.
it's a song from Days and Confused. Just another
Okay.
stupid one, you know.
Okay. Okay. You catch any of the Drake, Kanye stuff going on?
I caught a little bit of it.
I did
Um,
too. Honestly I can't. I don't understand everything that's going on right now with it because I,
from
I'm trying to
my
figure. Go ahead.
understanding, it was that uh, I don't know, Drake put something about Kanye in a verse in one of his songs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The with
And then
like
Kanye was just like, "I will fucking end you. It's like, I will die before I let you talk some shit about me and not ruin my career trying to get you back."
But okay, someone like if you know the actual stuff, like chime in and tap in and send us a like a message or text us or whatever if you even have our number. But from what I saw was yeah, Drake had the Trippy Red song that he had like a line or a bar or a couple bars in there about Drake about Kanye where I think he actually
Mhm.
says yeah and like he literally names he
He
drops his
does say
name.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he's and then I don't know the timeline of it though, but Kanye put the thing up where he's like he had this is what's weird to me is like there's like multiple people in a text thread and it's like are they cool
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
having the number like that like and
I
then
want to know who else is in the text thread.
well did you but you didn't see, did you see where Kanye added well it said you added and it says Pusha T to the chat, to the
Yes.
conversation. Yo,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was like, yes. And I initially I thought it was Pusha T saying that. Whereas like I will end you. So it's basically like he brought in his like hired gun to like
Yeah.
but he just
Yeah.
I guess he just added him to it or whatever to be fun to
Well,
be a
because
troll. Well, of
that
course,
and
yeah, he
because
dissed him,
like
yeah.
Pusha T wants to get at him, right?
Well,
Like,
he did, yeah. They had the whole little beef,
yeah.
whatever. But so there's like a couple other things like Drake did like a little post where he's laughing, or he did a story post where he's just like it's just him like driving around and he's like laughing. So that was like
Okay.
another thing. So I don't know. I feel like this is gonna just keep going. I don't see Drake going at Pusha T again because he doesn't
You
want. I
see him
don't
going
think.
at
I think
Kanye
he's
though?
gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna. Well, he already did.
Yeah.
I think they continue to
I
do
don't know,
something.
but I guess the way that I was like reading it, I don't know the context really, but it didn't seem like it was like an attack. It was just kind of like mentioning it, and then Kanye was like, "I will fucking kill you,"
Well, I think.
for mentioning his name.
Well, I think like this has some stuff to do with like I also like Kim Kardashian maybe like I don't like like
I'm
that whole thing,
sure it has something to do
but
with
I think right now it's something. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but like this is me not knowing nothing. I think it has something to do with their albums. Like they're both being ready and not wanting to be the first one to drop, maybe,
Oh,
and
okay.
something like that behind the scenes. So I'm not sure, but because I people have been saying Certified Lover Boy is like, ready, and then Donda obviously is either almost ready or ready.
Right.
So, and then also you got Kendrick Lamar who said he's gonna drop his album, his last TDE album. So, we'll
He didn't
see
say
who
when
comes.
though.
I don't think he said when. He put out like a whole thing. Um, I feel like he'll start his own label, I guess.
Damn. I cannot wait to hear what that is. Like his last album on that before he goes, like that's I'm sure
Yeah,
it won't disappoint.
yeah, yeah. So, stay tuned for the beef. We'll check out Drake and Kanye West posts, and we may or may not keep up with this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But as of right now, we are gonna switch over to the Patreon. Uh, Continue what we got going on here, but we got other stuff we're getting into on that. But on the Patreon, we got over 30 episodes there. Turned up episodes. So that's at livefromoxcity.com. And we're going to start working on that right